band also knows how to. We've talked about this. They also know how to place certain sounds in certain places. You know, the right. I
Mhm.
mean, there was like towards the end. You know, I'm like into the song, and I think it was like a slow down kind of thing before it sped up, and I heard this guitar like just kind of like right, and I'm like, that's just great. You know, it's like just put this here, put the coffee table right there. That looks really good. You know, fix that. You know, caddy corner. You know, and then like it's like they do that. You know, they sort of just window dress a bit or just dress up a little bit just to kind of like make that right and make that right. Hey, welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg. That guy over there is Chris. And uh, Chris,
Hey,
how you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, every once in a while I like to ask you, check, make sure everything's good. You know, if I need to do
Oh,
anything or beat up anyone or talk to anyone, but
really? Okay, okay.
you're doing okay.
Yeah, you'll beat somebody up for me? Awesome.
I would, man.
Okay.
Just say the word.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, dude,
Until then, though, why don't you give me a song
okay.
request, man? That'll make me
We'll do
really
that
feel.
offline, dude.
Yeah,
Okay. I I have something for you to react to,
cool.
and I think you're gonna love it. Um,
Another Kopi request.
no, it's a request from me. Um,
Wow.
yeah, it's a band you
You better
know
bring it,
fairly
man.
well. What?
Better bring it.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm under pressure now. It's a band you know pretty well by now. We both do. It's Arctic Monkeys.
You are bringing it. Wow.
Well, I don't know. We don't know yet. They
Yeah, but
could be a
right, just with
stinker.
the band name right there, the pedigree, the name, it just the
We're due
expectations
for a
now
real
right
sucky one,
the
though. You know that.
expectations go up. The expectations are
Okay.
right now up. Go ahead.
Okay. So the name of the song is Red Right Hand.
Um the name of the song sounds familiar.
Okay.
That okay. Should I tell you what I'm thinking now or
Tell me what you're thinking. I'll wait till afterwards.
I thought it was a Nick Cave song. Is this a cover?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let me go and check it
I
out.
don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let me go. Come back.
Take a little walk to the edge of town, go across the tracks, where the viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it shifts and cracks, where secrets lie in the border fires and the humming wires, where you know you're never coming back, past the square, past the bridge, past the mills, past the stacks. On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand. He'll wrap you in his arms and tell you that you've been a good boy. He'll rekindle all of those dreams it took you a lifetime to destroy. He'll reach deep into the hole, heal your shrinking soul, and there won't be a single thing that you can do. He's a god, he's a man, he's a ghost, he's a guru. Whispering his name across this disappearing land, but hidden in his coat is a red right hand. You don't have no money, he'll get you some. If you haven't got no car, he'll get you one. You've got no self-respect, you feel like an insect. Well, don't you worry, buddy, 'cause here he comes through the ghetto and the barrow and the Bowery and the slums. A shadow is cast wherever he stands, stacks of green paper in his red right hand.
All right, I'm back. So yeah, I think this is a Nick Cave and the Bad Seed song. Um,
Maybe I still don't know anything
and I
about.
say I think so. I'm pretty sure, but man, the the Arctic Monkeys version, they just took it, man. They made it into a rock song. Holy crap.
Okay.
Because even though Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, they could play rock too, man. That song, if I remember
Mhm.
correctly, was a slower kind of thing.
Yeah,
Much
yeah. I mean, you're
slower.
right. Of course, for
So I
anybody
was right.
listening out
Okay.
there, that
Much
is
slower.
it is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds did the original,
I mean, if you're gonna do a
and
cover song,
Nick
man,
Cave wrote it.
if you're gonna do a cover song, you're either going to try to do it to a T so that, you please the fans of that particular artist or band, and you kind of okay, and you sort of, walk away. Or you say, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna make it something different,
Hmm.
and what they
Right.
did is that the melody, everything kind of, definitely is reminiscent, didn't change really structure, whatever, but they just sped it up and they put rock. They put a rock sound to that. And it just to me, yeah, just they rocked it,
Yeah, they definitely changed it up enough to make it its own kind of thing.
Yeah.
And of
Yeah.
course, the lyrics are, it's heavy, heavy stuff.
Before we get into that, I mean, the guitars, there was like a fuzz guitar.
Hmm.
Um, in the beginning, I actually
It was
struggled.
heavy on that. Yeah.
I struggled to actually detect, to distinguish between the bass and the guitar because there was just like this heavy bass sound, but then I thought it might be the guitar. Still 100% not sure, but at some point, the guitar was coming in and there was like a fuzz sound, and I think that's where it sort of distinguished at that point, that to the bass. The fuzz guitar was really cool, but then there were other
I'd have to.
sounds of
Now
the
I'm curious, but I'd have to listen to it again, so I can't really say
yeah,
for
and
this
and
video.
of course, I sort of my adjectives, might not be the full description, musical term, whatever, but there was like a fuzziness, fuzzy sound, whatever. But then there were
Mhm.
other sounds of the guitar too as you went along. This band also knows how to. We've talked about this. They also know how to place certain sounds in certain places. The right. I
Mhm.
mean, there was like at towards the end. I'm like into the song, and I think it was like a slow down kind of thing before it sped up. And I heard this guitar like just kind of like right, and I'm like, that's just great. It's like, just put this here, put the coffee table right there. That looks really good. Fix that. Caddy corner. And then like it's like they do that. They sort of just window dress a bit or just dress up a little bit just to kind of like make that right and make that right. I mean,
Mhm.
um, I know that the production people have a big hand in that, but it's the band
Right.
too. The band is probably, and you're going to tell me when they made this. I'm thinking it's later on in their career, where they definitely had musical direction. They really kind of said, "Hey, man, we know what we want to do and what goes where and all like that." Um, what year was this?
2009.
Oh, wasn't that long? Much wasn't that? Yeah, they started in 2006. Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the song was used. I discovered this. Well, I discovered the song by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds when I was watching Peaky Blinders. That's the.
Okay.
I think I mentioned that before, maybe in one of the
A
reads.
lot of songs, man. I'm everywhere that I would go on YouTube or read Peaky Blinders, man. A lot of
Yeah,
music. People discovering music that's been around forever on that show.
yeah. The Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds song is the theme song for that show. And
Yeah.
so I was watching one of the episodes, and they played this version of it, and I happened to have the closed captioning on because they have British accents, and sometimes I don't know what they're saying.
Okay.
So it said, it says when the music starts, it says, song by or Arctic Monkeys, um, Red Right Hand playing. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I know who did it, right? So I was like, oh shit, okay, that's a band we've been covering lately, and it's a great song. So I thought I got to put that on the list for you to react to that
Good
version.
move. Good move.
Although I was thinking actually when I first heard this song done by Nick Cave on that show, before I heard the Arctic Monkeys version, I thought I'll give you the Nick Cave song, but you already know it. So I'm glad I gave you this one. And like I said, this came out in 2009. It was written by, of course, by Nick Cave and his bandmates Mick Harvey and I think Thomas Weidler, who was also part of the Bad Seeds.
Yeah.
I didn't know Mick Harvey was part of the Bad Seeds. I don't really know the Bad Seeds, but I know a song by Mick Harvey. But so it's funny that I read something that Mick Harvey said about it was he never asked Nick Cave what it's about. Now it looks like
Wow.
it's about like it's it looks like it's about Satan tempting you. I'll give you this, I'll give you that, which kind of
Oh,
fits
okay.
in with the show. Now I'm looking at Genius Lyrics and the what the contributors said about both this version and the Nick Cave version, and it looks like they're going real deep into it. Somebody's going into Paradise Lost, which it's been like 35 years since I read the damn thing, so I don't know.
Okay.
So anyway, there might be something to that, but in general, it looks like it's temptation from the devil. Okay, and like I said, that would fit in with the Peaky Blinders theme because they're all doing some nasty stuff to get ahead.
Okay.
It's a pretty bleak existence otherwise.
I've
Okay,
never watched the show. Yeah.
it's yeah. If it's accurate about how things were in that area at the time, which I've read about it, and they take a lot of creative license, but just the living conditions themselves, it looks like that's pretty accurate. And it's like, you look at it, it's like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't live in that place at that time. Our complaints now, what are they about, right? In general, right? So anyway, I'm glad you like this version of it.
Oh
And
yeah.
you care to add anything to this?
No,
Okay.
just it
I'm
was
definitely
really
going to listen to this more. And this, I would say, I like a lot of the other the other Arctic Monkeys songs we did, but this one, although it's a cover, it really stands out to me. So this is definitely going on one of my playlists.
well. What's interesting is that if it's 2009, so it's not a few years later. They're going to put some other albums out with kind of more experimental, getting further away from their original sort of, really kind of
From that
energetic
driving
and sort of
stuff,
driving
yeah.
stuff. So this is a few years since that first album, that energy. Um, and here, this is just this is a rock song. This is, they
Mhm.
know how to do rock, but not
Right.
this kind of, yeah, really interesting, man, how this band has evolved, and they made a cover, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, man, I like this. I'm putting this actually on a playlist.
Well, we saw them do a we covered them doing a cover of what was that?
David Bowie,
Moon Age
Moon Age
Daydream, the
Daydream.
Bowie song.
Yeah, and they did that one
Right.
almost to a
Damn good
T.
job on that too. Although they didn't really change that up.
They
They
and
were
I
pretty
think I know
close to
why,
the Bowie version.
because they were doing that as a tribute. They were touring in the same year that he had passed away. I think he passed away in
Right.
January, and
Oh,
so
okay.
they were going to,
Okay.
like, hey, we're going to do this one song, and I think they just said, hey, we're going to just do it like the Bowie, the Bowie way for the
Okay.
most part. I mean, I didn't read anything like that, but I just got a feeling that they was
You're
like,
guessing, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
yeah, yeah, cool. All right, so Chris, man, this is a really good request, man. Cool. And to everyone out there, really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, hit the like button and sub if you haven't yet. And we're going up, 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 and we'll see everyone on the next episode of Into the Music.